Yo, what's going on, everyone? It's Brian and Jim here. We're drinking beer and play a game, and welcome to another episode of the Power Hour Podcast.
Yes, hello everybody. Welcome to episode 345. Thank you for joining us tonight. Recording this on good old June the 4th, 2026. Brian, how you doing?
How's it going, Jim? I saved
I
a
just
few
asked you.
stories,
Don't you fucking ask back.
but I like answering questions with a question.
Don't you dare. Don't you yes and me.
Jim, I told you one of these things before, but I did want to repeat it on the podcast. So Logan likes to throw little quips at me about you sometimes.
He sure does, doesn't he? He likes to throw little quips at me.
So that's my son, and it is not coached. It is not taught. Just like when we watched, what was that movie? Inside Out 2. And on his own, it was Jim's worst nightmare come true. There's two of me. And Logan goes.
For those who haven't watched Inside Out 2, there is an overweight emotion in a hoodie that constantly has his butt crack out. And as this is occurring on said screen, we're in we're in a movie theater, we're in a row, and a head just pops up slowly, looking in my direction. And he just goes, "That's you."
It's
Popcorn
been
was
Jim's
almost thrown.
nightmare since meeting me on the number of times we've watched movies, and I just look at you. And now it gets to a point I don't even get a chance to look at Jim. He just goes, "Fuck you," all the time. I don't even say anything. I can't even
Yeah,
smile.
because I'm not wrong when I do it, because I know it's coming.
But
Even when my
that's
dear,
like,
loving, horrible wife does the same goddamn thing. And everyone has a good old chuckle fuck.
Jim, you're kind of
There's no
reporting
monetization
me.
this episode. Go on.
You're minority reporting me, Jim. You're not even giving me a chance to commit that crime. You're like, I know what you're thinking. I know what's gonna happen. Fuck you.
You know what, Brian? Much like AI, it's always right.
Damn it. Well, he goes. So I wanted to bring up, the song picks, and I had this little thing with my kids every Friday when I take them to school. I show them the videos from the past week, and every time
Swear
I
to
say
God.
Jim,
I swear to
he
God,
just
if he
goes,
said it
"Why
again.
does Uncle Jim always pick such bad songs?" Like once in a while, he's like, "This ain't bad," but he's like, "Man, Uncle Jim really picks bad ones a lot, doesn't he?" Unprompted, I don't say anything. I just started laughing. And he's like, "Show me his picks again," and he's like, "Yeah, they're so bad." Unsolicited from the babe's mouth. Jim, kids speak the truth. Sometimes they're mean about it, but it's just, it's true.
See, kids
That,
don't know any better, Brian, so it's fine. It's fine.
but that's what I'm saying. They also speak. They'll be the ones that call out like, "Hey, you look old. Hey, you look fat. Hey, you look this." Hey, they say mean things. They shouldn't.
Yes, my
Sometimes they
daughter
just
says
speak
all
truth,
these things
Jim.
to me.
And to a
Yes.
kid, listen, he hears some classics. He doesn't know the game. He goes, "Oh wow, this is awesome. Can you like add it to a list for me?" But your songs, they don't have quite that effect. I'm just saying, Jim.
You know what? Now that he's
That's
getting into music, thanks to his keyboard, he's going to start to appreciate my picks more. He'll actually get an ear for music.
is he
So,
though?
He will.
Listen, he likes lots of different melodies. He likes lots of different things. But the grindy nature of some of the songs you pick, I think that's the issue here, Jim. But that's
Look,
not even the weird.
My name's not Danny Go. I don't need to appease the goddamn Fortnite generation. All right.
But Jim, here's the that's not even the weirdest comment he said to me. He said, "Dad, I had a dream. You and Uncle Jim were recording and I was watching you guys. And Uncle Jim had to keep stopping because he had to eat his bacon pies and go to the bathroom."
Bacon pie. I mean, it does sound good, but what?
He's like, he would just keep picking it up and shoving it in his face and eating it. And then he would say, "I have to go poop." And then you guys couldn't finish the episode because he kept doing that. I was like,
You might not be wrong about the pooping part.
I don't know what a bacon pie is, but yeah, I could see Uncle Jim doing this.
Fuck it. Late term. I'm chasing him with a goddamn hanger. It's over.
Jim.
A plunger and a hanger. I'm taking care of business.
Oh, fuck. He told me, I was like, that's just hilarious. He's like, "Make sure you tell Uncle Jim." He's like, "Maybe you can clip it because I want to see his reaction."
Okay, maybe don't show him this reaction.
But Chambers, question for you is, what are you drinking tonight?
Well, Brian,
Now that you've been roasted by a 9-year-old.
he isn't even here. I've been vicariously third party roasted by my 9-year-old nephew. I love you looking, you little butthead. All right, so I am drinking from, speaking of things I love, the good old Trogs Brewing Company. This is a totally not in season beer right now, but I'm just trying to clear out my backlog before I start putting more crap in there. So this is the last from my Christmas sampler pack over this past holiday season. It is their Chocolate Elf blended holiday ale. It's made with honey, cherries, cocoa nibs, vanilla, and milk sugar. 8.7% alcohol. It's time to get a little decadent. Chocolate Elf, a 50-50 blend of Grand Cacao Chocolate Stout and Mad Elf, combines luscious notes of cocoa and sweet cream with the cherries and the subtle spices of our holiday favorite. It all adds up to a glass of chocolate-covered cherry goodness.
I have seen variants of Mad Elf. I've seen Naked Elf, that whole variety pack. I've never seen Chocolate Elf. How is
I
it?
th- I think that was just like left into the variety pack, but I mean it's very good. Just
Mm,
imagine very much just a more subdued Mad Elf with hints of chocolate and cream and vanilla.
that sounds damn delicious. I
Yeah, I
wonder
mean
though,
it's a tasty bitch.
does it like so when I think Mad Elf, that is just a sipping Christmas time beer, but what you're describing fully goes like dessert.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. So how is it on this nice summer starting to get the heat back day?
Good thing the AC's on, so I can enjoy it. It's fine.
Does it taste still kind of fresh or is it questionable?
No, it still tastes good. There's no like staleness to it at all. Like there is almost no head as it was coming out. Very minimal lacing on the glass and stuff like that. The aroma again is just subdued Mad Elf with hints of chocolate.
Mm.
So I mean, it 100% lives the gimmick, but I mean, it's very tasty. If anything, it's more drinkable than a normal Mad Elf because it's a little less boozy. But at
That's what
almost
I was gonna
nine
say.
percent,
What is
it's gonna be dangerous.
regular Mad Elf is 11%?
Yeah, 11ish.
Yeah. Huh. That's interesting they reduced it down. Yeah, it's usually 11%. Interesting they reduced it down to 8, but yeah, sounds fucking good. Do you have more left? Save me one.
All right, well, I have one more left, so I'll just save
Oh,
this one for you next time you're over. That's fine.
thanks, Jim.
Yeah, you bastard. Now I got to get up and get more beer soon.
Jim, I'll have to make you a bacon pie. At too many games, I'm gonna find you a bacon pie.
It's my life. This is the life I live. In some ways, the
Mm.
life I chose, but not completely.
Yeah,
No one would choose
yeah.
this life.
Listen, it's all about timing, right, Jim?
Bacon pie. No, well, now I'm gonna have to look up a picture of a fucking bacon pie for my goddamn for the thumbnail because I'm gonna forget by the time this it's
Of
time to get
course you will.
uploaded.
Yeah,
Be like a picture
today
of a PS. Oh wow, oh no shit. Look at that actually is a tasty looking little. Oh my god, Logan, really? This is what you think of me?
is it just tons of bacon in a crust?
It's just tons of bacon in a pie crust, basically.
I mean, doesn't sound bad.
Ooh, man, that actually sounds delicious. Bacon latticed on top of apple pie.
See?
Fuck, savory and sweet. That's
You
like the
might have
perfect
to
combo
say
right
thank you to
there.
Logan.
I think I'm gonna have a heart attack even earlier than I thought I was.
I'm going with old classic tonight, Chambers, from good old Victory Dirt Wolf Double IPA. This was
Ah,
the first double IPA I tried that I actually didn't despise, and it still holds up. It's 8.7%. I forgot how strong this son of a bitch is, by the way. Untamed hot flavor. Emerging from the woods, this strong pack of American hops converges in an aggressive dry hopping to deliver a big, bold bite of citrus and earthiness. This untamed double IPA is on the prowl. Call on the Dirt Wolf and you'll invite the pack. Yeah, really, really good double IPA. But I will warn you, if you're somebody who really hates hoppiness, hates that flavor, this isn't going to be for you. So I'm about halfway through, little tiny a bit cloudy, but damn good beer. And as you can see, tons of lacing. Look at all that shit.
yeah, that's a ton right there. Yep.
Yeah, just leaves it all over the glass, but it's damn delicious. So Chambers, last week you were kind of lacking in the gaming department. So have you made up for it or are you still fucking up?
Yes and no. So, I didn't have again a ton of time to game this past week, but I made the most of my time. I have finished Breath of the Wild.
Okay. Okay.
So, yeah,
And
I mean, you know what? It's I'm going to save more detail for my end of the year like, tier ranking video I always do. But you know what? It's a great game. It's absolutely great. I don't think it's quite worth all the praise of like people who say it's a perfect game, but it does have a lot of haters too, so it is like a divisive title. But no, like I thought it was very good. I think it has some very obvious flaws. Surprisingly enough, I think the weapon breaking is like the most overrated like dead thing people complain about in any game ever. Because like once you get off the Great Plateau, basically you're just gonna be like swimming in weapons. So like there are so many times I just threw away a pretty good weapon I didn't want to drop for an even better weapon because I was like, oh, this has a cool ability, but this one's like three times as strong. So yoink, bye bye, that kind of thing.
but
So
you
like
also admittedly like the reason you like Fallout Old Vegas or New
New
Vegas
Vegas.
um was that mode, hardcore mode, where you like that. I call it the annoying grinding or the annoying like mechanics of you gotta drink water. You get like things that don't actually add value to your gameplay. And I feel like for some reason you're like attracted to that like flies to shit. I don't know why you like mechanics that are just annoying, but I could see you just dealing with it and be like, it's not that bad. I just have to keep switching weapons every 2 seconds.
Yeah, it's kind of what I did a lot of the time. Or I was just like,
Yeah.
oh, this one's close to death. All right, let me just kill this off and pick up the thing that I grab off this guy I just killed. So whatever.
I guess that was my like, now that I'm going back through the Legend of Zelda games, it's like if that was a staple of the series, I get it. But why did that need to be an introduced mechanic? It's like even in other games where weapons do degrade, the rate at which it did, and I know better grade weapons last longer and whatnot. And it's not a question of abundance of weapons. It's like, why does that even need to be a thing? It certainly doesn't make the game more fun. So it's a stupid thing to have at all in an adventure game that you never had it before.
Yeah, true, but I mean, at the very least, it makes you like try other weapons because like the whole basis of the game. Here's the thing with the game. Like, I honestly think it's probably one of the best open worlds I've ever explored in a game. And I didn't even like scratch the surface. Like I put probably close to 50 hours into it when I beat the, story basically. But like I only did like a third of the shrines, had like an eighth of all the Koroks I could find. So many different side missions I just never did. So there really is just like a shit ton of content that like I just never got to or discovered. But it's like a game that's just meant to be like explored and experimented. So it's to like encourage you to just keep trying new things and fucking around with different stuff to try and like, accidentally stumble across something for its like either its physics engine or its elemental engine or the chemistry that's in the game and all that kind of stuff. So there's so much going on. And with all this going on, something has to suffer. And what suffered was like the actual main story and like dungeons in the game. So like if you're just going into it to, blast through the divine beast and get to Ganon and beat Ganon and see the story that's in the game, you're gonna be disappointed. Like, and that's the biggest flaw in the game. Like once I like was doing the divine beast, I was just like, oh, these are all like super short and easy. Like these are like the main quote unquote dungeons besides all the shrines you could find. And then yeah, like Hyrule Castle was really cool and the fight with Ganon was good. But like outside of like all the optional bosses that are around there, like the High Noxes and the Lionels and crap like that, like the actual bosses in the game are piss easy. So it's that like
Hmm.
weird dichotomy of like you're gonna get out of the game what you put into it, but if you just go into it to play like a traditional video game, you probably will be disappointed, especially like a traditional Zelda.
Yeah, maybe that's why it feels like, and maybe they did that purposely, doing a divergence. So now that you've done that, it's probably too fresh in your mind. It doesn't have the nostalgia. Are you picking that or Ocarina of Time?
I'm still probably picking Ocarina, but just because like I think the experience of just for a video game to play through like or like an adventure to play through. It's weird because like Ocarina is the way better story with the way better set piece moments and like it's in that like for as much shit as the N64 gets, like all their main titles like Zelda, Mario Kart, Super Mario, the music from those three games have been recycled for 25 years since. So like those are just like landmark games in all the respective series because like there's so many themes in that are just like lifted again and just like remixed and crap like that. So like I think especially for 3D obviously Ocarina was so foundational and like the very cool thing it set. So like I still like my favorite 2D Zelda is Link's Awakening, my favorite 3D Zelda is Ocarina, but I will say as a world to explore out of like all the open world games I've ever played, Breath of the Wild is probably like the most fun I've ever had exploring because you can literally do almost anything in that game. It's kind of insane.
Hmm. Interesting.
And like
Okay.
there's times like with
And
the
yeah,
like the cell shaded graphics and all like I'll like be climbing up the side of a mountain. I would just take a screen cap just because like the scenery is just like so striking at these different random moments, or like during the time of day, or if you hit like the right sunset when you're on top of a mountain, it's like, goddamn, like it's not a graphics powerhouse, but it is such a pretty fucking game too.
yeah, yeah. I mean that style graphics. I've
You
had
you've
games where I
you've
felt that
you've
same
never
way.
you've never liked that style though.
Yeah, it's just like, and I don't know why. Just something about it. It's too anime-ish, maybe. I don't know. It doesn't jive with me. But I mean, hey, you finally beat it, so maybe this will cause you to start wanting to try other great open world games. Because there's
I
a
mean
lot you should.
they did just announce there's going to be an Elden Ring port to the Switch too, and I'm like, this might be the way I finally actually play through it all.
Damn it, Jim. But
If
you
I
got
can
to
just
have
take it,
skill for that game.
I have skill. I have skills.
Do you?
I got skills.
Do you? Did you beat Star Fox 64 the first time?
Once again, I was like 9
Sounds like an excuse, Jim.
or like 11. Eat my ass. You were 30. Fucking dare.
Hmm.
Did you ever get all the medals on expert? No, you didn't, you piece of shit. Get back to me when you do that.
Hey, you have no list of achievements, and so it didn't happen. You have no trophies. Nice. So is that all you've been able to play this past week?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so I've been once again gaming like a fucking fiend because I think I mentioned to you. Ooh, I can't remember what I told you I beat the previous week, other than obviously me and the Hollower. But I did beat Borderlands 2, went
Oh,
through it.
nice.
I said, really enjoyed that game. But for me, it's been so long since I played the first Borderlands that this didn't feel like holy shit that much of an upgrade. The humor was still really strong there, and I don't think I haven't played any of the new Borderlands. I don't think they'll get away with that same type of humor today because I know it's an old ass game. But yeah, it still is really fun. So I finished that, and then I think what I talked about before is like kind of going through my laundry list of games I've never played, especially digital. I played a game called Home Safety Hotline. It's a PC game where basically you're like a hotline operator. And at first it starts as like people call in and say they have problems in their house. And you got to call out like, is it bed bugs? Is it this? Is there that? But as the days go on, there's like mythological and monster issues and they have to describe their problem and you're like, oh, it's a whatever, like fire nymph that's causing this, or it's like this kind of monster that is stealing their dog or stealing their children. Like it becomes crazier. It's a really short game, but just a random horror game that was oddly really fun and well written. And it was inspired by a guy who like played a lot of Dungeons and Dragons. He's like, wouldn't it be cool if that was in real life? And he had to call it in like Pest. So translate it into a game, kind of interesting. I played the latest Torture Star game, which is, the company under Puppet Combo
Mm.
called Skin Freak. The guy who did it, Jordan Black of Black Priest Games, I believe. It's like a lot of his previous games. Felt a little light on content wise. Story had the same twist as everything. But I just wanted to finish that off because I wanted to go through and do like a ranking of all the Torture Star and Puppet Combo games. So I'll leave my full opinions for that. and I started up Fear. Did you ever play that game? That's the first
No, never,
person.
never did.
So it's weird. I can't seem to download it for Xbox. It is available for PlayStation, but I'd have to buy it. I had it for Steam, and when I'd go to launch it, it crashes and never works. So I had it on GOG apparently as well. Finally got it to work. And apparently, like, I was reading all these forums because it still runs as like a 32-bit game for some reason. I guess it's that old that I finally got it optimized and able to work on GOG. But yeah, it's a really solid like shooter. Forget like the horror aspects of it. Just the way it controls as a shooter has the ability for you to like peek around a corner, and it's pretty fun. I'm only like 2 or 3 hours into it, but that's a series I've always like heard of, never touched. And that gen of first person shooters, people forget how many good ones there were because it was just overtaken by Call of Duty and all the other first
Yeah,
person shooters.
that was a 360 era game, right?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I've been playing the shit out of it, and my son saw that there was a trailer for the back rooms. I mentioned to him that it's a game. He was doing the Roblox version, and then there is the actual Backrooms game, like the new one that came out this year. So it was on Game Pass. We downloaded it, started playing that. So I'm playing that with him as well. So yeah, just gaming like a
For
fiend.
for as wild as that movie's doing right now, it's like something that I'm getting that old sense where it's like that's passed me by. No, I know nothing about it. I didn't even know it was a game. I saw
Really?
it was like a Jordan Peele movie. I had no idea.
You didn't know about? I think it was a creepy pasta originally.
Was it?
Um,
I totally was not exposed. Maybe it's because I wasn't in
so
the Skibbity universe like you were.
I don't know what the Skibbity universe is, you son of a bitch.
Having
Oh, so
Skibbity toilet in your algorithm at all. I'm sure it's an offset of that.
so I know a lot about Backrooms, creepypasta, more or less because of all the odd horror games I played, and basically every crazy creepypasta, like Slender Man, Backrooms, a lot of these other ones became games that I've played. So I don't know the origin of like I still don't really quite get what creepypasta is. Like if it was a Reddit or whatever the fuck it was. But I know a lot of the games, and I had played Backrooms. It was named something else. I think Day 7 from Puppet Combo. And
Sounds vaguely familiar.
yeah, so I played that. So I played a variation of the original game. But yeah, it is crazy how good that game or that movie is getting reviewed. So he's like, "Can we see it?" And I'm like, "No." Because I don't know what's really in that movie. It's rated R, it's A24, which means there's probably going to be some really weird shit in it. So I'm like, yeah, but I'll watch it and make a determination. But I'm like, probably can't watch it just yet.
Yeah, yeah, probably not.
But like I said, just been killing the game, Jim. Going through a million games, and yeah, by the time you're watching this, you will have seen. I just released the Mina the Hollower, all 28 bosses ranked. Really enjoyed making that video. I've been collecting a lot of footage because I want to do boss tier rankings because I love doing those for Ocarina of Time, Link to the Past, like a lot of games. I just want to cover bosses and talk about, the tier ranking for them. So make sure you check out that video and just let us know what you think.
Yeah, definitely. Can't wait to see that video. Or
And
I
we,
have seen it by now, whatever future. Hi, hello.
damn it, Jim. But we love all the support. We love everything you guys do for us. But most importantly, all of our awesome patrons who do support us. Jim, I don't like the face you're making right now.
No, see, because I was trying to jump in and say, we what we really love is I was going to jump in and say your money, but you just kept talking.
Okay. So, Chambers, this week, it's only been 2 or 3 weeks since you've gotten questions. And so, what questions do we have this
Just
week?
2 weeks. I'm normally a good boy, but yes, questions you can get in over at patreon.com/drink a beer and play a game, where for as little as $2 a month, you can ask a question we will answer on each and every single one of these Power Hour podcasts. First up from Chris Iozzi. Did either of you have a oneup.com profile? How active were you on the site? I was a regular blogger on there and it led to a couple writing gigs. Cheers.
I did not. And I'm actually,
It's owned by IGN now. It just redirects there.
yeah. I don't even remember what the website. I feel like I've been to it, but I might not have, to be honest. Was it
Uh,
just a gaming like reporting channel or what was it? Oh, it was
uh,
a collection of podcasts. One Up
it's a good question.
Games. It was focused. It was launched in 2003. I swear, I feel like you said, it obviously redirects to IGN now. But no, unfortunately, I did not have a. Honestly, it wasn't until like much later in life that I started signing up for anything because I came from the parents and generation like don't put information out there, don't sign up for stuff other than like AIM. I didn't really sign up for anything, and like MySpace and Facebook and shit like that came. Then I started signing up for stuff, but I never really did forums. I never did sites like that. So yeah, I missed the mark on that one.
Hey, that's weird. My parents always said if someone asked ASL, you should answer and meet up with them. Weird. Different upbringings.
Damn it, Jim.
But yeah, no, I never really went to OneUp.com. We are like Twitter mutuals with Yoshi from OneUp, but like he's a nice guy. But nah, it's a site I never really perused at all. Like I was more a Pojo guy back in the 2000s. That's where I would go for like my like gaming, like Hero Clicks and Yu-Gi-Oh and Magic the Gathering reviews and forums on like random different like anime and crap like that. So that was my nerd site. I even did some Hero Clicks reviews back in the day over there.
Probably did the worst ones since you always get
I was
beat in the game.
I I lost those games to you because you were like, "Oh, I have to put your team together. It's unfair. I'm not going to learn the game to get better. I'm just going to give you all the shitty rookie pieces that don't play well together." Oh.
Once again, it sounds like you're just giving excuses for why you couldn't win a game that you played all the time.
I'm sorry, Brian. When all of your pieces have impervious and all of my pieces have base one damage, it's almost basically impossible to get a hit through.
I mean, it sounds like
Impervious,
a
by the
skill.
way, for everyone out there, automatically takes away 2 damage from your pieces.
Sounds like you should have done at least three or four.
Yeah, well, I could have had I've had critical hits, but then you would roll a goddamn 5 or 6, which negates the attack anyway. So, yeah, Brian, bit of an uphill little mountain to climb there that you gave me.
I'm just saying, it sounds like a skill issue. You don't hear Jordan making excuses.
Well, the fuck's oh, God, I was about to say who the fuck's Jordan. I was like, fucking Michael Jordan, don't you fucking dare.
Oh, but no, I like that question. Yeah, I mean, actually, let us know some of the pieces you wrote on there. I'd be curious. And actually,
Or if you
because
have
it
any way
got
to link to them, I'd
migrated,
like to see them.
yeah,
Yeah.
because that's what I was going to say. Since it got migrated to IGN, see if you still have access to them. Send us a link. I would like to see that.
Yeah, hopefully it's not like lost media and shit like that, like so much of
Mhm.
other stuff from the early 2000s. But yeah, no, great question. And yeah, you know what? Part of me wishes I did because, a lot of people over there really seem to like it.
Yeah.
Next up from Alex Perez, what is a game you love and a genre you despise?
Wait, a
That's
game we love in a genre we
yep,
despise?
a game we love and a genre we absolutely despise.
Ooh,
That is a bitch of a question right there.
that is a great question. Trying to think. Hmm. Well, first, I guess figure out a genre you truly despise.
I mean, I guess I should just go with RPGs since I always talk about how much I hate RPGs. I'll say JRPGs to that
Yeah,
front.
I was gonna say you gotta definitely go JRPG because RPG, I don't think you actually hate because you like
No,
the
I mean,
Fallout games.
yeah, I like a lot of Western RPGs and I like tactical RPGs a lot too. Um, but JRPGs that like I actually like. Uh, that's tough because I've beaten so few that I haven't just like gotten bored and stopped playing. So, ooh. I guess the original Final Fantasy because I played through the entire thing. It's very minimal on story and it's very cryptic, but I enjoyed it. I made my way through the whole thing. I even played it so much that I grinded my characters enough that I was able to fight the optional secret boss War Machine, who's a guy who could just like one shot you for like most of the game. So put that much effort into it.
Hmm.
Besides that,
This
there's not a
is,
lot of genres I actually like. Hey, like walking sims. I've
I
played
mean,
like
you pretty
three.
much, but I feel like yeah, you don't like them, and I think that's an inherent problem, right? Like if you dislike
If
a genre, you're
I
gonna
don't play
avoid
it.
it. So
Yeah,
I'm
like
like
I
trying to
played.
think of games we played because it was requested or we had each other play for reviews. And I'll throw two out there. One, I would say I really don't like. I wouldn't say I hate, but I really avoid in general puzzle games. But I fucking love Tetris. So I'm not a fan. Like my feelings on Portal are pretty clear. I think it's overrated to shit. A lot of games like Lemmings and things like that I don't like, but I guess Tetris is by definition a puzzle game, and I'm obsessed with that. So I guess that counts.
Right, what do you like more, Lemmings or Krusty's Funhouse?
Ugh. I'll go Krusty's Fun House just to say F you. But the other thing is, I think it's really dumb to have pinball games as a video game. However, when you were on your little tear,
Don't.
and when there was one pinball game you actually introduced me to, and we were doing it live, and now I can't remember the name of it. It was like
Oh, was
on
it that? Yeah, fuck. Demon Tilt.
I think so. I think
Yeah.
that might have been it. That was fairly fun. And when I was going through all the Alien games, I found out there was like an Alien skin arcade game on what's that game that you can buy all the skins? It's a very popular, like one of the main known pinball series. Um,
Oh, shit. I'm fucking like Pinball FX series, the VFX
yes,
series.
that
Yeah.
that it. So those I was like, oh, okay, these aren't. But Demon Tilt, I remember getting into for a little while just because I wanted to beat Jim's score. But so I don't know if my enjoyment was purely out of the game or beating Jim. Kind of like
That's true.
Tetris 99.
Life. But
Like
yeah,
puzzle games,
back
I
to,
will say, hold on. I will say I'm oddly good at them, but it's like I feel like I'm doing schoolwork when I'm playing them as opposed to just pure enjoyment. So that's why I tend to avoid those.
yeah, and like Mega Man games I've mentioned before, like another genre that has just never clicked with me. I don't like them. I don't have the patience for them for the most part. But like going back to our Patreon review request, like Berserk Boy, I thought was a fun game. Like it's not like a game I loved, but like I thought it was a very nice alternative to the general Mega Man formula.
Remember Mighty Number Nine?
I was just thinking about it in my head, and like I don't think it's as bad as people said, but it was definitely not a great game either.
And you know
I
what?
think the Kickstarter disaster around it and all the bad will from Keiji Inafune led to more people being way more critical, and deservedly so. But yeah,
Yeah,
I mean that was a game that was close to being good instead of like an abject disaster.
it was rough, Jim.
It was rough. I just said it was rough and bad, but I said it was close.
But
Don't you smirk me. Don't you dry smirk me.
but Alex, I actually want to take your question and next week, still ask another question, but I want to do an addendum for that one, Jim, and we'll put it down for us to answer next week, which is what's a genre you absolutely love, but a game you hate it? Like, what's your
Ooh.
favorite genre, but a game you despise?
Favorite genre, but a game I
So
despise. That's a
we'll
good
put
one.
that as a topic for next week. So Alex, you inadvertently caused another question, but please get in another question for next week as too, because I love this question. Good job, bud.
Yeah, great one. Yeah, great question in general. And great from everybody this week. So yes, thank you to everyone out there for oh wait, we have another question? Hold on. Load more comments. What the hell? Oh, Alex has another one. Look at me. So what do you feel are your most impressive gaming feats? Jim, if you've ever beaten Brian in a round of well, anything in a game, I'd count that. Joking. Cheers, gents.
Oh, he's
Well,
serious though. I mean,
well, the block button exists for a reason.
oh fuck. I mean, hey, you did beat me as Superman, which caused us to have to play all those Superman games.
That
So
is true.
you had that. I mean, you had to play as the most overpowered character, but yeah, you were able to beat me. That was
Right.
the time.
Right. I thought you was just supposed to get good. Like me with the hero clicks. Thought you was
I
just supposed
was.
to
I
overcome.
exactly. I was supposed to get good, but I just didn't, you know? Sometimes you just get beat. And all the years we played games together, on one hand, I can count maybe a few you've bested me.
So glad he put a second question in.
So, Jim, what do you say your most impressive or your favorite gaming feat?
Your most impressive gaming feats. So I think getting every single gold medal on expert in Star Fox could be up there. Beating Fallout New Vegas on expert mode, expert survival mode, whatever that was called. Probably up there. Fuck, I don't have a lot of gaming feats really. I don't game for feats. Shit. Like maybe any Zelda game I ever beat without looking up any kind of guide whatsoever or hint. Like when I beat Link's Awakening on the Game and Watch, I did that without looking up a single goddamn thing. And there are times I was ripping my hair out like crazy. Like that was frustrating the fuck out of me. But like I was pretty proud of myself that I like 100% beat that game without looking up a single goddamn thing. Um I mean, eventually beating a lot of the shoot 'em ups I've beaten because they're just hard, but that was just mostly, getting good. Uh I guess like I mean, I'm happy I have my one Tetris 99 win, given my journey towards it. Guess I can throw that in there. But I
Yeah.
guess outside of the realm of video games, like I have like a small little like box of like limited edition HeroClix pieces that I would win from tournaments that I would go to and win. So like I didn't really have any sports trophies, but I have a bunch of fucking HeroClix trophies. So I guess that's the closest thing I really have to an achievement I'm proud of.
All right. Yeah. I mean, I'll stick to gaming. I won't count the sports ones, but like, I've beaten a lot of tough games, but I think things like beating Cuphead or Doom, uh, the fuck
Eternal?
was that? Yeah, Doom Eternal on like the hard mode. Doing that on stream while drinking was definitely a feat because it's like that combined, like I'm trying to talk but also do it. And Cuphead, I remember being so frustrated but still getting through it. Um, I've beaten a lot of really difficult games, and Jim will always put it as Brian bullshit, but like the amount of times I've beaten or gotten battle royale victories in PUBG or Call of Duty when I don't even have my sound on and I do it silently, or like I'm drinking, or I do it with some crazy shit like with a knife or like a tomahawk, like doing shit like that because you're presumably going against good people. I think those are all good. Going on tears when I used to do competitive UFC online fights, and I told the story many times, but like fucking that dude up when he was Rashad Evans and I was Lyoto Machida, and it was the week before the fight, whooping his ass and then talking shit to him afterwards. Um, yeah, I feel like any of those, getting about 20 or 30 wins in Tetris 99 before Jim got his. I think getting my
Speaking of
first
Brian
win,
bullshit.
I was gonna say
Speaking of Brian bullshit.
getting my first win within like 20 plays in Tetris 99 or whatever it was. It
God,
was
what
very
what a what
fast.
what a dark time that was for me. What a dark 5 years that was.
And you know what's funny, Jim? That had the exact effect I wanted. The amount of shit
Yes,
talking.
yes, I know. We've gone
Jim,
over this. But for anyone
Jim,
new, go ahead.
here's the deal. Jim isn't a great loser, but he is a much worse winner. Like if he wins against you, it is the worst thing in the world. He is a shit talker to the 10th degree. I'm actually the polar opposite. I don't say a word. I say good game. But if you open the door with me and you start talking shit to me, I'm gonna go. I'm excessive in my response, and that goes for anything. So, ever
As
since
for goddamn
Tetris,
sure.
ever since Tetris 99, Jim stopped talking so much shit. So, yeah, I
So,
think.
Brian, you want to talk about a bacon pie? There is some fucking humble pie that was eaten there. Jesus Christ.
But yeah, I mean, I think any of those are just easy gaming feats. And Jim's been there. I was gonna say one random gaming feat. Jim, how many times at how many parties when we would do beer pong, I would make just the dumbest shots, or when I won with it not looking be over my head into the cup, or when me
You
and Gunn did
and
the
Gun with
crossfire.
fucking Crossfire. I was getting to it. So for those who
It,
don't know, in beer pong, they had a special little move called Crossfire, where they would both throw at the same time and throw crisscross of each other. It worked way more times than it ever fucking should have.
it
And of
didn't
course,
make
in beer
sense.
pong or Beirut, depending if you're a purist, if you land both cups in at the same time, it comes back.
It it got to the point we won so much we started purposely putting the cups like in different corners, like as opposite as it could go, and yeah, we went pretty much undefeated that night, Jim.
Sure did.
See, Jim both loves and hates being on my team because even when he's with me, if I'm winning, he's getting mad about it.
Love is a strong word.
Jim, could I throw out some of my hero escape feats of taking down armies with a 10-point ninja or zombies or mind shackling to walk off? Like, there's a lot of things that happen, Jim.
I almost want to see you just like jump into Warhammer, the tabletop, and like go to a games workshop and have you go out and be like, doop, 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 I've never played. I made his pant blue. And then just like stick a couple like beginner pieces down. And like, I don't know the mechanics of Warhammer's tabletop game at all, but I want to see you just like make some fucking nerds at Games Workshop shit their pants. We have to put
I
your
mean,
powers to good.
I think my ability is if we're all first time gamers, I tend to do amazing. Like, unless, and then, it can devolve from there, but like, I tend to do really good for first time trying any game. And to much of Jim's anger, Jim's been on my team and he's like, God damn you.
Yeah. Yeah, because I've been on the opposite side way too much. I know the fucking pain. It's too
Jim,
frustrating.
Jim,
Much
but is,
bullshit.
but isn't it better being on my team?
No, Brian. No, it is not. It's an empty win. It's a hollow win. Everyone's just sitting there going, well, you didn't win because of Jim.
But Jim, remember that one or two times you beat me in Hero Escape and you had to use a Thanos? Alex, I love that you got a second question.
Thanos to beat up Armenia.
It was close too.
It was close, Brian. Fucking 3-3 with
Uh,
3 life. Couldn't tell the goddamn thing.
just
Not even a
just
sacred
that
band
image.
around him.
Just that image, Jim.
No sacred band around him either.
I need to just get him as a tattoo at this point.
All their thigh fucking. Just give Bryce some thigh fuckers, and that's all you need.
But yes, I think we've adequately answered your question, Alex.
I would say so.
Thank you, bud.
Good times had by all.
Uh,
But yes, for anyone out there, thank you once again for all the support. Make sure to head on over to the Patreon to check out all of our bonus content. And if you're listening on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, or Podbean, make sure to go on to all the different platforms, check those links, leave those reviews, leave those subs, leave those comments. We will read them on this page.
yeah, thank you guys.
So,
Truly appreciate
whatever.
all the support. Keep getting those questions in. Cheers, guys. All right, Chambers. So speaking of support and input from you guys, once again, we're in January. We're in January. Fuck me. We're in June. So May just passed and we had a full month of music. I feel like I say this a lot, but truly this month it was so tough for me to choose some favorites. So we always like to do a little recap. What are some of our favorite songs chosen by you guys? And then Jim has to pick his favorite song by me. I have to pick my favorite song by Jim, which is always tough because he has such bad picks, hence the bacon pie. But but Jim, I'm gonna throw this out here right away. We can both acknowledge that the title screen from Pictionary is the best, but
All
we're
right,
going
so
to
that
put
was going
that
to be
to
our
the
picks. We
side.
had to just put that to the side.
We're,
All
we're
right.
going to put that to the side because we know we said at the beginning of the month we were going to pick it. It really is the
It never
all
got
factor.
topped.
Yeah,
Yep.
like it's crazy how good that is. It has no right being that good, but holy shit. If you haven't listened to that one, go check it out. Title screen from Pictionary, so unassuming. But let's start with you, Chambers. What's your favorite pick from someone else other than me?
All right. So my honorable mention, actually, because it was going to be Pictionary.
Of
So,
course.
yeah, hey, I'll go with two honorable mentions over here for two
Yeah.
picks. So, Miami Disco from Hotline Miami, picked by our good buddy Mook. Great tune. Hotline Miami is just filled with absolutely fantastic music. That's a
Hmm.
game I really need to go back to one day and finish because, like, I kind of got like hard locked to one of the levels because it's not an easy game at all. But yeah, that is one I do have to go back and finish one day. And also, just speaking of Zelda and the talk from before in Ocarina, Jack Napier with the Gerudo Valley theme. So, an all time classic, hit me in all the nostalgic feels. So, I was just like, yeah.
Hmm. Now, what
What about you,
about
Brian?
from your best buddy Brian?
Well, we do the thing where it's where what I think you picked first,
Oh
right? And
yeah,
I
that's
tell
right.
you.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So all right. So then I'll similarly, I'm gonna give two honorable mentions and then my pick. So Gerudo Valley is one of my honorable, and I mentioned it in the video. Like this was actually in my list to put up there, and then Jack picked it, and I was like, well, okay, just took one of my picks. I said it before. Definitely my favorite song from Ocarina of Time. Just such an amazing track. Love the shit out of it. But then two songs. One that I played the game, but I forgot about it. Lost Painting from Castlevania Symphony of the Night. That's another soundtrack. It's great. And it's funny because so many Castlevania songs that people love, really, they're recycled things from the NES. But that one, such a great song. But the one that took me fully by surprise, and it comes to us from our buddy Matt from Not for Humor Consumption or the Fun Time Boys, was Under King from Absalom. Like that
Yeah, that
song,
was a great pick. Yeah.
dude, it's something if you just like heavy metal, like you would not even know it's a video game song. So cool, so random. Love the shit out of it. So yeah, great picks once again. So tough. You guys picked a lot of good shit.
And yeah, the
But
Symphony of the
Chambers,
Night was picked by
all
our buddy
right.
Hibiki, so former guest of the show.
Yep, that's right. So Jim, all right. So this month, I think we both only had three picks. So I had the main theme from Skyrim, the underground theme from Super Mario Brothers 3, and the main theme from Age of Empires 2. So I know you have no nostalgia for Age of Empires 2. Um, so I'm going to say you did not pick that one. I know you really like Skyrim, but I think you're going to go with Super Mario Bros. 3 underground theme.
I went Skyrim.
Okay. Okay. Wasn't sure if you were going to go that way. Yeah, that theme is like, man, it's so fucking good. Like every time I
Yeah,
rehear it, I'm just like, damn.
yeah, that became like one of those instant classics, kind of like the game itself.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. And it gets overshadowed, I think, because like a song that gets overplayed, Skyrim in and of itself got poured it to too much, redone too much, talked about too much, and people forget it's one of the best games ever made. Like,
Yeah, it really is just that good for anyone who's like burnt out on it, or like kids who never played it and just think it's like a meme. Like you should give it a go.
yeah, 100%. All right, Chambers. So, what picks did you have this month, and which one do you think I'm going with?
All right, Brian, my picks were Rainbow Road from Mario Kart 64, the abandoned building theme from Shadowrun on the Sega Genesis, and the menu select music from Virtua Racing Deluxe. All right, so I don't think you're going Virtua Racing because it's too short of a theme, even though it is like the ultimate earworm. So I'm torn because I think you would appreciate the horror aspect of the abandoned building, but I think Rainbow Road might be too much of a banger to deny, so I'll go Rainbow Road.
It was the menu select from Virtua Racing, Jim.
No shit.
So, yeah, the Shadowrun, that's a fine theme, but I mean, compared to these two, it's so different. Rainbow Road is a classic, but it's probably not my favorite Mario Kart one. The Virtua Racing, as soon as I saw the selection from you, I was like, this dumb motherfucker. What is this going to be? And then I heard it, and I went, it's catchy, but yeah, extremely short. Like, it's like a 10-second loop.
Yeah, it is a
But
10-second loop, but it's such an earworm. Like
yeah,
that's one of those songs that's been stuck in my head for 35 years, so it's like it had to be there.
yeah, and I heard it and I went, I get it. Very catchy. Like there's a lot of songs like this that are chosen by people where I'm like, I get it. And that one, it did get stuck in my head. So yeah, went with that one. But
Yeah,
as
son of a bitch.
but it was after that one where Logan said, Uncle Jim picks a lot of bad
See, no taste. Kids that have no taste. Go play some fucking Fortnite. You eat the bacon pie. You fucking eat it.
By the way, I gotta say, I do love how we continue to get people making requests. But somebody, I forget who it was, like made a request and they're like, "Do Funhouse from Amazing Spider-Man." And somebody commented on that comment was like, "That's literally one of the worst songs ever." And I looked it up and I was like, "Oh yeah, this is clearly he must be trying to fuck with it." Really, but then I listened to it and I said, "Motherfucker, I bet Jim would actually like this. Like the way you unironically enjoy the Resident Evil, like that terrible basement theme." It's so bad. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to put that up there as a best song. So, you know, I usually honor every request, but if I can tell and if other people are calling out how bad a song it is,
All right, hold on. I got it. I'm going to listen to the side here. Continue your conversation, Brian. Don't mind
so
me.
yeah,
Or do a hard cut.
yeah, it's just one of these things where get your submissions in there.
Oh, I remember this song because I had this game. Oh shit.
Yeah, on the
Oh yeah.
Genesis.
Oh god. Yeah. That is a
It's
terrible one.
terrible.
Yeah. No. Don't
Terrible.
worry. Even I can't justify that one.
Yeah. So I'm gonna honor your request, and I've had odd ones, I've had whatever, but if it's clearly just a terrible song, yeah,
Right.
we'll
At the
see.
very least, at least it shows people are paying attention if they're trolling it.
They sure are, and you know what? Who knows? Maybe I pick a month and purposely the whole month is actually the worst songs. I don't know,
Ooh.
but we'll see. But thank you guys once again for all the commenting, all the following along. Keep it up. We have a lot, but there's still plenty of room to get requests in there. So really appreciate it, guys.
Yeah. I mean, goddamn. We still have over 100 days left. We got to fill people. So get them in.
Hmm. But Chambers, speaking of support, speaking of helping out the little guys, a group we've had
Wait to
on,
shit on them. What the fuck?
not shitting on them. They're just like us. Are you
Oh,
kidding me?
okay. Fair. Yes.
Yeah,
Okay. Very
we're
fair.
nothing. So that's my point. Is
All right.
friends of the podcast, guys we've had on before, the Video Ditch. Um, they have a Kickstarter. And Jim, why don't you give a little explanation? I'll put a little picture up here. I'm not going to put the full video because even though it's theirs, not doing that. So give a little explanation of what this Kickstarter is.
All right, so our buddies Nick and Sam over at Video Ditch launched a Kickstarter, and it goes basically like this. The internet is filled with beautiful things, a network that brings billions of people together in some of the strangest and most incredible ways possible. And recently, we discovered something perfect. Authentic, bespoke suits once owned by Bernie Madoff are being sold online, probably to recoup some of the massive financial losses that his infamous Ponzi scheme inflicted on the world back in 2006. So there's only one thing to do, Brian. There's only one responsible thing to do. Crowdfund the purchase of one, wear it on camera, film a documentary about it, and then cut it into pieces and mail it to the backers. And that is what they plan on doing. So, yes, a goofy ass idea by their own admission, but yeah, for their immense hatred for Bernie Madoff and the incredible damage he did to the American economic system back in 2006, with the ripple effects that went through one of the worst recessions of all time. Yes, that prick deserves to get his comeuppance, and what better way to do it than to buy some of his most beloved clothes and rip them to shreds? And yes, they put it up there for a simple $1,000 goal, which is what they were being sold for on eBay, with stretch goals with if they get $2,000 and they're both going to wear them or both buy one, rip them all up, and more stretch goals going from there. Obviously, they talk into why it's funny and all that stuff like that. But yeah, for $35 and up, you can get a piece of the ripped up shirt mailed to you. For lesser things, you can, be acknowledged by them, get your name in the documentary, get exclusive access to the Discord for it, all that kind of good stuff. With stretch goals being getting it tailored professionally, and so it doesn't look like they're wearing dad clothes. For 2,500, Sam gets his own suit, and up from that, they expand on the documentary and up from there. So if they reach 3,500, they will create a tie-in RPG game. So I think the real goal we have to hit is 3,500, which at this point right now they are up to 1,700, just shy of $1,800. So they are well on their way. And yeah, just good guys, friends of the show. It's a funny idea. I backed it. I'm going to get my little piece of fabric. So you know what? I want to see them get to. I want to see this goddamn game. That's what I want to see.
All right. I like it. So, give them some love, give them some support. If you want a little piece of history, uh, check it out. Always like supporting those guys. They were fun on the podcast. So, give them some love.
Yep, we've done their show. They've done theirs. Good group of dudes right there.
Oh, yeah. But, Jim, let's
But
move
the
on.
opposite of good, Bry. Let's talk about the Sony State of Play.
Well, it's funny you say that, Jim. So, I'm not the internet guy, but my oh my, have I been doom scrolling and going through reactions for this state of play. And we're going to get to the shining star of that, but very, very quickly, I'm just going to run through the games that were showcased. So the first is Ace Combat 8,
Well,
which you and I
Brian,
have
this is real quick. This is going to be in alphabetical order, not in the order that they showed them during the thing.
correct. Yeah. So obviously, I'm not going to show the video because probably gets pulled down. So you're probably just seeing an arbitrary state of play with maybe multiple games. But I provided a link and I am rating in alphabetical order. So Ace Combat 8, it's something, Jim, actually, how much you love Star Fox 64. Did you ever play any of the Ace Combat games?
No, and I always meant to. Like, I remember the commercials for like Ace Combat 3 and 4 into PS2 looking like some of the most like amazing
Crazy.
graphical games of all time, and I never got around to buying them back in the day, and I've never played any of them.
Yeah, I've heard nothing but great shit about it. And as a guy who's never played a single Ace Combat, I even looked at it. I'm like, damn, that looks pretty cool. So, all right, Ace Combat, cool. Then you have Bancho the Chef, which is a RPG about cooking and just something I will stray so far from and never even think about
And
playing.
it's a prequel to Dave the Diver, which was like a memey independent game that, it was successful, but yeah, that's yeah, no thanks.
This is like this. I'll tell you right now, that felt like what should be on Nintendo. That looks like a Nintendo game.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
So it's like, okay, that's weird. Control Resonant. I've heard nothing but great things about the Control games, but once again, one I've never played. So looks cool.
Yeah, I got to play Control one day.
Yeah, yeah. Dune Awakening. So here's a question: Did you ever watch the Dune movies? Let me
I
start
have
with
not
that.
seen them yet.
Original Dune.
None of them.
Were you ever into the books or like the old games for it?
Bry, words is hard.
So I have never seen the original movie. I saw the remake, whatever the first Dune remake was
Bry, I didn't see the
recently.
one with Kyle MacLachlan.
No, I did not. I did not see that one. You son of a bitch. Um, cool universe just does nothing for me. The game, I'll say, looks graphically really cool. And
What
if I
does it
knew
these
more,
days?
yeah, like if I knew more about Dune, I might be like, oh damn. But there's nothing I can say about it other than it looks pretty damn cool. If you love Dune, happy for you.
All
A
right.
game, a game I can talk about, Dynasty Warriors 3 Complete Edition Remastered. I stumbled upon Dynasty Warriors with my PS2. I think I don't even remember which. It might actually be 3. Um, and that game blew my mind. Like you're fighting all these people, all these like weird, crazy war generals, I'll call them. I fell in love with that, but then I never really followed up. So there was a long period where like that's all I played on my PS2, and then I never got a follow up game. So it looks pretty damn cool. Um, I don't know if it's cool enough for me to get dive back in, but there was something just so damn fun about taking on waves of fucking armies as these like overpowered warriors that I enjoyed.
Yeah, the only one I ever put significant time into was Hyrule Warriors, but yeah, I mean, I hear that like the more recent Dynasty Warriors games, like even hardcore fans of the series kind of hate. But if this is a
Mm,
remaster of like one of the classic ones they love, then yeah, should be fun.
yeah. Next
We'll
game,
skip this next one
we'll
and
skip
then
this, skip it. We'll come back to it. So Marathon, which that's already out, so it's season 2 of it. I've actually heard a lot of negative shit about it for as much buildup of the game. I know when we talked to Funtime Boys, they kind of enjoyed it, but like most people, I think did not like it, or it was just extremely underwhelming.
It seems very divisive. Like the people who like it really, really like it, but a lot of people just shit on it out of the gate. I Part of me wonders if that's a lot of like fucking what's that? I can't think of the name right now. The one that just ended after like
Concord?
13 years. No, no.
Oh, oh,
Destiny,
Destiny?
Destiny 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the Destiny people were just mad at this and they're like, you canceled Destiny for this, so
Yeah, it's I don't I don't know. When I look at it, I see nothing even kind of appealing about that game, but I don't know. I can't I bet you in a year that thing's dead. That's my point.
wouldn't shock me.
Yeah. So then we got Marvel Tokon.
Tokon Fighting Souls. So it
Yeah.
was a trailer for the new like Knights of Doom team. I guess they're slowly bleeding out like all the characters that are gonna be in this game. It's made by Arc System Works, the people who do like Guilty Gear and Dragon Ball Fighters. So like it's a very good company as far as like a fighting game goes. So it's probably gonna be a good game. I don't have too much
Honestly,
more
when
to
I
say about
saw
it.
it, I was like, is this a Marvel versus Capcom? Basically. Like that's the style
The
reminded me
tagging
of
in the
that right
players and
away.
all. Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, it seems cool. That's another one. Like my love and hate of Marvel vs. Capcom came and went with two. Uh, I played Alliance or Ultimate. I forget which one it was on the 360, number three. I played a couple of them, and it's another one. It just never grabbed me. As cool as I thought the concept was, the twitchy sweaty nature of those games take it out of me. So it's like anything I could enjoy, like they're killed because everyone's always going to pick the most overpowered shit, and you're going to see the same opponents over and over and over, and you're just like, cool, okay,
Sentinel, Cable, Sentinel, Cable,
yeah.
Cable, Sentinel.
You're like, oh, this is fun. So you're like, nah, that kills it for me.
Yeah, but yeah, the Tokon's gonna be like a completely different, like just gameplay style. So it'll probably be good. Next up, Marvel's Wolverine, the game that started this presentation. Very long showcase of this. Like they show like the first probably 15 minutes of the game or something like that. Here's the thing. It looks cool. It looks great. It'll probably be fun, but it also looks like something we've played 1,000 times before.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. I'm gonna say, like, I forget, did you play the Spider-Man games?
Well, we had to for Patreon for one of them for the first
Did
one.
you beat the first one?
Yeah,
Okay. So I love that game. And so
no,
I
it was
have
great. Don't get me wrong, it was
yeah,
fantastic. Yeah.
I have full faith in this group. And to your point, like Wolverine is an odd character, right? Because at the end of the day, it's a slasher, right? Like it's a
It's
beat
going
'em
to be
up.
way more stealthy too. Yeah.
Yeah. And like his health, like you see the little quick time event for him to heal, which I could see that getting real annoying real fast, and I don't know how that works in the grand scheme of everything. And I trust that company to make it fun and give him combos and like to close gaps. I see there's a lot of times where like you do a specialty dive towards people. I don't doubt
Very,
from a
very,
writing.
very brutally violent
Oh,
way to start
dude.
a thing.
By the way, I still need to go and play the one from the PS2 era, the Wolverine movie game, which got like great reviews because I've heard
Yeah,
nothing but great shit.
that's a very loved game. Yeah.
Yeah, like so part of me wants to find a copy of that, play that, and then and play this because this has my attention very much. And you saw like Jean Grey, and if you know anything about Insomniac, I'm sure there's going to be plenty of other X-Men introduced throughout the full game. But
Oh yeah.
it looks good, but I can see where you're coming from where it's like how much different is it really going to offer you, right?
Right.
Like Wolverine is an odd character to expand upon.
And this is like what, like the 10th video game that's just called Wolverine at this point, even though it's gonna be called Marvel's
They're
Wolverine. But yeah, you know.
exactly. Yeah. So we'll check that one out. The next one, Ill, is one I've been following for a little bit. This is one I'm just gonna say looks amazing, but I guarantee you it's a flop. Only because I've seen so many of these horror games that it's like, man, this looks really cool and the physics are cool and like you blow parts of these things off and then you play it and there's something clunky. Like just
Right, I thought that was
looking at
called Dead Space.
Dead Space is fun and
I
great,
know.
but this, I want to be proven wrong. But I've played enough now horror games that do this, like looks first, gameplay second, and you can play through it and be like, it's pretty cool. I haven't seen something about this that has stood out as like, oh, this is what makes it original. It's like just a better physics engine for more gore. So I want to be wrong, but we'll see. I don't know.
Right, is it in the Illbleed cinematic universe?
Damn it, Jim. Yes.
Oh, all right, I'm in.
And
Next up, Komori. A stylish supernatural game. Kind of remind me in a lot of ways of like Sunset Overdrive with like how like they were like grinding on things and moving around the world and just running up buildings and stuff. But this is another one that looks like a thing we've played 1,000 times before.
this looks like what you just said, Sunset Overdrive mixed with Fury.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good way to describe it.
Like,
Maybe a
which
little like
is,
Onimusha-ish. Yeah.
yeah, which is like, could be cool, but I'll probably, unless requested, I'll never touch it.
Yeah, same. I just went, yeah, I've done this. Right, to quote George Harrison in The Simpsons, it's been done.
Damn it. Yes. Then we got No Rest for the Wicked, which is from Full Moon or from Moon Studios, who create Ori and the Blind Forest. Dude, there's something about these RPGs, and I'm going through Diablo 4. This style, this isometric view, it just takes me so out of games. And especially being RPG, I just can't get into them the same. Because at the end of the day, even it just always feels like a click fest, like click, click, click. Like,
Yeah, you've always hated anything isometric too. Doesn't matter what genre it is.
you know what it is? Because as soon as it's isometric, you're automatically taking levels of control out of your characters. Like, and Diablo is a good example where I recognize how interesting it is, but at the end of the day, you're like, I'm just clicking on the guy and maybe activating a power. I'm clearly someone who likes control, like hence first person shooters or even really well done combo needed action games where like you control what your guy does fully versus I'm just going to click him until he's dead. I don't know. It doesn't do anything for me. I don't know if that's a game you'll ever play. It's an RPG, so you won't.
Nah, I'm not gonna touch it.
And then we
A
got
game I will touch though.
yep,
Onimusha,
Onimusha.
Way of the Sword. So showed a bit of a demo, showed, a lot of the in-game cutscenes, looks absolutely beautiful. And it looks like it's going back to basics with the Onimusha formula where, just cool combat against monsters and you suck in their souls after to power up shit. I mean, it's a good formula. It's shocking it's been so long since we had one, but I have some good optimism for this game.
Yeah, no, looks amazing. It makes me want to go back and beat the ones I never played. So I'm all for it.
Did you play any of them?
Oh yeah, the first two. The first
Okay.
one I got, I think day one with my PS2, and I knew nothing about it, and I was like hooked. I was like, yo, this game is insane,
Oh yeah.
and I was all about it from there on. And then yeah, after two, I never beat two. I played it, and then I fell out of that genre for a while. But I want to go back and play the others because there's like mainline, what, four games, five? I know there's a lot of offshoots, but I think the
I
main is
maybe four tops. Like there's like three numbered and then like a random one on the PS2. But like, yeah, it just came and went on the whole PS2. But they had like a shitload of games on that, and then like a random tactics game on the Game Boy Advance.
yeah, exactly. And then the last game, before we get to the key game, is Phantom Blade Zero. Once again, got an
Well,
RPG here, Jim.
there are some more games, but yeah, I'm not gonna touch fucking Phantom Blade. I was like, nah, no, I'm good.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Yeah, sorry. Phantom Blade. Once again, that's a very cool looking game, better than No Rest for the Wicked. But yeah, I'm not gonna touch it. I completely missed this one, Jim. Rayman, Legends Retold. Did you
So
play
this is
any of the Rayman games?
I forget if I played Rayman Legends for a little while or Rayman Origins because they came out within like a year of each other, and they're both like super highly acclaimed platformers, and they're not that old. Like you can get
Mm-mm.
Rayman Legends on the Switch. Like that was like an early Switch game. It came out like around that time, so maybe like 2015, 2016 ish. So like graphically, it's a game that does not need a remake at all. So it just kind of screams money grab. Like this could have just easily been ported over and it would have been fine. So, I mean, I'm going to assume it's going to add some more content to the game, but yeah, they're saying new content and narrative twists, fully voiced characters, expanded soundtrack, new and improved gameplay, and a rich selection of returning levels with a mysterious new realm and 4 new musical stages. So, okay. Like it
Yeah.
sounds like they're adding some content, but it seems very unnecessary to me.
Yeah, and just like Ratchet and Clank, Rayman is a series like I always hear about, and I'm like, I don't know why I've never gotten into them. I've heard nothing but good thing for both series. I just haven't touched them.
Yeah, whichever
But
one I played, like it was really good, but it just didn't keep my attention.
yeah, kind of how I feel about a lot of Crash Bandicoots. I used to love that shit, especially because it was on the demo disc back in the day,
Yeah.
and I played that to fucking high heaven. And then I never played after beating the first game. I never played another one again. So
Sorry, Blade Blur.
sorry, buddy.
But next up, Silent Hill Townfall. Looks cool. I'm assuming it's a like Silent Hill Origin game almost.
Yeah, it feels like a new direction. And dude, Silent Hill, for all the horror I love, if it wasn't so fucking cost prohibitive, I would buy all the games and just play them. But I do have, unfortunately, Silent Hill 2, but it's the remake version, which I've heard there's issues with. I need to play that.
What, the
The one
PS2
that's
version or
no, you know that collection, the
oh,
Silent
the HD collection from like the 360 era? Yeah, no,
yeah,
that's a really botched port.
and I've heard that, but I'm also like, I'm not willing to put out insane amount of money. Hey, maybe when we're at too many games, someone can give me a deal. But I want to find a good port of Silent Hill 2 because I want to play that. Because you lent me Silent Hill 1. I played it, really enjoyed it. I want to play 2, and then maybe I'll get the other ones. Um, but yeah, that's a gap in my horror games that I'm like, I gotta go through.
1, 2, and 3 are definitely all timers. After that, it's very, very sketchy.
Yeah. So this looks really cool though.
Yeah. Next up, another returning old school series that was like dead forever. Stuntman. Stuntman is coming
Dude.
back with Stuntman Hollywood. I mean, it looks fun. Like I was playing Burnout Paradise a couple weeks ago, and I mean, it just kind of looks like that. You just run around doing crazy shit in a car or a motorcycle, whatever vehicle.
I'm all for it. I like the original Stuntman. And yeah, I was watching a trailer. It got Fast and Furious, got Knight Rider, it's got Back to the Future. Like I I'm in for just a goofy, fun racing driving game, whatever it's gonna actually be. So I this one I may actually fuck with, especially I don't know if this is gonna be PlayStation exclusive, but if it's not, I'm gonna get it.
Yeah, and one thing to keep in mind is like most of these games probably will not be exclusive from this state of play. It's
Exactly.
just what they showed off.
Yep.
Next up, Brian, could we call this Annapurna's Redemption? The Lost Wild. True. To me, it looked like it basically Alien Isolation in Jurassic Park.
Yeah. I'm so over fucking dinosaurs, Jim. As someone who back in the day, Jurassic Park loved it, Dino Crisis loved it. This weird, like, continual, I'm trying to resurge that dinosaur love. It this missed the mark. If this came out when Jurassic Park, whatever the new start of the
The first of
series
the
was,
new ones. Yeah.
yeah, perfect. But at this point, it's kind of like a zombie genre. Like if you throw a zombie game at people right now, they're gonna be like, I'm good. That's kind of, I'm not saying the game doesn't look good, but the dinosaur thing is done for me for right now. So I won't be touching this one.
What dino shits come out besides like the 3 Jurassic Park movies though?
There was that,
Is that all it took? 2 bad Jurassic Park movies, and you're like, I'm done. I'm out.
oh no, there's, and here's the deal. Jurassic Park movies are fine, but every one is the fucking same, right? Like
Oh
after a
yeah.
certain point, it's like, oh, the big one gets eaten by another bigger one, and they all team up with this one, and da 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 da.
And the
The
biggest one's Bryce
games
Dallas Howard's ass.
should do goddamn truck.
Yes, she
But
does.
no, there's been a handful of these like dinosaurs as enemies. There's one like based in the forest, and it's just I don't know. I'm kind of just over it.
Anaconda.
That fucking movie. Don't even get me started on that, Jim.
But
But speaking of
yeah,
things that need to be dead, I'm gonna say it. Tomb Raider, Legacy of Atlantis. I think we talked about this one previously when it was announced, but now the actual trailers come out. I loved the remake, which was maybe 2015, 2016.
If not earlier. I think it might have been
Yeah,
earlier.
that series was great. I played the first two. Once again, this feels like another remake.
It's another
And
reboot, I think, another soft relaunch.
I'm like, okay, so it Indiana Jones, fucking Uncharted, Tomb Raider, like the adventure into ancient temples. Like I'm over it. It's another series. Like I think it's a little too soon. Wait a couple more years, let it really build. I think it's yeah, you're rushing this one. I'm sure it'll be fun, and if people love the series, great. This is one I'll wait till it's absolutely free and then try it at some random point.
Yeah, Tomb Raider is a series I just never really got into, and given my disdain for Uncharted, I can wait.
That and your hate of women, I get it.
Look, Bry, she can adventure all she wants, but we know her real place, all right? Buy the pots and pans.
Speaking of a game that took way too fucking long to come out, Until Dawn 2. As someone who put Until Dawn as one of his favorite games back in the day, loved it. You would hate it because it's all story, Jim, and at the end of the day, it
Oh,
kind of
God.
is a. It's not as bad as mixtape, but
Well, yeah, it
because
is
there
like
are
walking simish,
decisions,
where it's just
it's
like, yeah.
very walking simish. There's gaming aspects, but like it's really cool. Um, dude, I'm not a graphic snob at any case, but when I looked at this, this feels like a PS3 or Xbox 360 game. Like the way it looks, I'm like, ooh, this just doesn't look good. Like when you're comparing them, when I watch all these trailers back to back, this is the most dated feeling game. So if it, I don't know what the PlayStation service is or what level I even have. If I get it for free, I'll try it. But I'm not going to go out of my way for this one unless it's like, holy shit, this is rated so much better. I feel it's going to get half the rating of the original Until Dawn.
Yeah, but even then, like, Until Dawn was like very much loved, but there was a sect that was just like, yeah, but there's not too much to it. Like,
Yeah. Oh, and I can admit that. But yeah, it's all these games, like you said, there was a kind of meh opinion about the overall presentation. But one game stood out, Jim, and one game really took the cake for all the fucking opinions in the world.
all the discourse from even unexpected places, Brian. The new God of War game. God, how do you say your name? God of War Laufey?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, God of War Laufey. So basically, it's the story of Kratos' dead wife. She's in the afterlife and going through all these, like, a very much a more mythical, which is kind of funny to say, but like an even more mythical beast kind of like adventure and shit like that. And they showed what they called 20 minutes of uninterrupted gameplay footage, where the first like 6 minutes was the startup screen. And then you had all the dialogue and cutscenes that they dispersed in there, and like I don't know, maybe like 5 minutes of actual gameplay.
So, yeah, you didn't play the new God of Wars, right?
No, I've not played Data War yet. I do
All
need to
right.
get around to that.
So, s- spoiler. So you already pointed out, and they pointed out in this trailer, this was Kratos' new wife, and really, this is her. She's dead, and she's in. This is what happens to certain gods who die, and this is the afterlife for basically gods. And so there will be a whole, apparently, conglomeration of gods or mythical creatures, not just from one particular sect, but from multiple areas they can pull in. Um, like you said, this is now the first God of War. Kratos is not the main character. It's his wife, Faye, aka Laufey, LaFay, and it's catching a lot of shit for that. And it's weird because, okay, put that aside. The gameplay, it looks like a God of War game, just with more agility, the ability to jump, and other shit. I did have a fundamental issue with this trailer, Jim.
Was it the woman?
No, way
Was it
opposite that.
was it the cube? The fucking
It's the
cube?
fucking cube.
But Bry,
Ja-
what God of War needs is a wacky sidekick.
that's what I'm saying. Like every shithead who wanted to shit on Marvel stuff, who wanted to shit on what was that dumbass game, or actually wasn't a Metroid game where it was like that sidekick who said the dumb quips.
Oh yeah, it was Metroid 4.
Yeah, like
Metroid
that.
Prime 4, I should say. High on Life, which was just Rick and Morty, the first person shooter, shit like
Yep.
that.
Like
And Brian,
everyone
we
who wants
can't
to
we can't
shit
just
on
play.
those.
Yeah, yeah. But this is they Marvel-fied it, Brian.
Yeah, and it's just like Jack Quaid, hey, great in the boys, but he is being used in so much shit now. And we know that the Quaids are good stock, Jim. He's a
Very good stock. It was
terrific actor. Fantastic.
fantastic.
That's right.
We'll
And,
get to that story in a minute, but yeah.
but like, dude, okay, I get it. You're in a mythical afterlife, and to call anything crazy, I get it. But why a fucking cube? Make him a pet, make him a any million other things, but it's a
Bry,
fucking cube.
Bry, you ignorant slut. There is a sword stuck in the cube,
Oh, I
and the
know it
sword
is.
doesn't talk. The sword doesn't talk, but the ribbon of the sword talks too. And they're also wacky.
And I know that sword in and of itself is a character. And I'm like, like in God of War, I was annoyed enough at Kratos' son. And everyone thought the game was going to go towards him. And thank God it didn't. Because that kid, hey, no offense, but like the writers, whatever it is, I'm not giving spoilers about who the kid becomes, but like the kid's annoying. And everyone, if you've played the games, you know why Kratos is not in this. You know why his son is not in this. So it makes everyone wanted Kratos just to go to Egypt. And just now you do Egyptian gods. You've done Norse, you've done Greek, go to Egypt. Makes sense. And there is a thinking here that you very well could. I think everyone assumes that what's going to happen in this game is based on the god she already speaks to. She's in a world like once again where gods die. That one god is an Egyptian god. Something happens to her, he finds out, and then boom, you set up him going to Egypt. That's the assumption that a lot of people are throwing out there. But either way, like, dude, the amount of hate this game gets, and you know, I'm not on Twitter. I'll let people bitch about what they want. But the corniness of like, oh man, they've uglified Deborah Ann Warhol. And like, dude, the pictures they choose to be like, she looks so bad. It's like, well, you, number one, you purposely chose the worst fucking screenshot from the game to say she looks bad. And then the ongoing joke from so many fucking nerds, it's like God of War laundry. And they've literally used AI to make her start scrubbing clothes, and then the cube becomes a laundry
Oh
fucking
god, is
washing
that fucking
machine.
Yurich? That's goddamn Yurich,
I
isn't
don't
it?
know. It's a whole sect of these dudes. And the I fixed it where they beautify her in AI. I'm just like, I've never cared about this shit before, but as someone who's actually played the games, I know how good they are, and I know what her character represents. I'm like, dude, I get it. I've I am the first one to say like stop using a series name to just keep something on and then oddly throw a character in there that feels like we're diversifying or oh now it's women. This is not the case. If you've played the games, you know why her character is where she is. You know what it could lead to, and you'd go, okay, I see what you're doing. Like to me, it reads that most of these people have never even played the God of War games, and you don't know anything about this. So I'm just like,
Bry, woman, bad, Bry.
it's just so fucking dumb. The combat looks cool. The other gods look awesome. It's what you expect out of God of War. Get rid of the fucking cube. I know you can't. Jack Quaid already fucking mocapped it with fucking PVC pipe in his cube outfit.
You know what? Maybe the AAA game industry deserves to die. There's no reason to motion cap an actor
A fucking
as a
cube.
cube. There is no reason to spend that kind of money. And I like Jack Quaid. Don't get me wrong. Seems like an
Yeah.
awesome guy. Hangs out with Red Letter Media. What more could you want? But for fuck's sake, you don't need to mocap him as a goddamn cube.
I, you know, I, other than The Boys, which I know you didn't watch yet and you really need to because you would fucking love it.
I heard the ending sucks, so it's like, why bother?
It doesn't suck. It's actually a fine ending. It's one of those It's actually the most appropriate ending you can do for that series. I'll just say that.
Yeah, I know. Highlander says I'll suck your dick. Blah 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 blah. Yeah,
Highlander.
or no, Homelander.
Yeah. Damn it, Jim.
Whatever.
Um,
All the
but
Landers, extended
but
Lander universe.
but here's the deal. Like
He was in
he
the Scream reboot that got killed because of political opinions. So
well, I was gonna say
he was good in that first one.
in every single thing else he's been in, he's purposely the character you want to die or hate. Like he's not a likable character in anything he plays because he plays the douchebag or annoying guy very well. Even in the boys, when he's a good guy and someone you root for, he's kind of annoying. So by default, you pick the character, a dude who's known for just being an annoying character, to be an annoying sidekick character, and he's a
Sounds like
fucking
good.
cube.
Sounds like good casting to me, Brian. Maybe we should be celebrating this.
That's what my only anger with this whole trailer was that the fucking
Yeah, I
cube.
I gotta be honest. Like, obviously, I still need to play the new God of War games. But as soon as I saw the cube, I was like, no, I'm good.
Yeah,
That was my thought. I just went, I don't need to play this.
like in God of War, it's all Norse mythology, and there's a characters who it's just his head. It's Mimir. And in the mythology, it makes sense. You put him on his back, he talks because he's the god of like basic, he just knows like everything. He has all the knowledge. So he's talking to you, but he's in a Norse, like old god sounding thing. He's not there for comedic relief, although he says some like kind of wacky, not even wacky stuff. He says whatever, but he's not a fucking cube. He's something that literally Kratos puts on the back of his like belt, and sometimes he comments on like, "You got someone behind you," whatever. There's no way, no matter how immersed you are, no
But
matter
the
how many
cube
drink,
helps you fight, Brian. It keeps you.
that's what pisses me off. When I saw her fighting that awesome, whether I forget it's Tibetan or whatever demon
It's some
thing,
kind of like Japanese demon god thing.
yeah,
Yeah,
and you see a fucking cube come over and hit him in
just
the
bashing
back,
into it.
you're just like,
It's
okay, cool.
dogs.
You just took it out of me. Like, and she has this cool ability where she separates the soul from the body. It could be an interesting mechanic. I just, it's froggy. That's what it is. It ruins a game.
Yeah, and people bitching about like what they did to Dab Randall's looks. It's like, dude, she's a dead older wife of fucking Kratos. Like,
Dude.
she she's not gonna look like how she actually looks in real life.
And also, as someone who, like most people, discovered her in True Blood when
Oh
she
my
was,
god.
this was 20 years ago.
Oh.
That's the part we all have to get over. It was 20 years ago. Like,
Right, we all remember our boners 20 years ago.
and that's the thing. Yo, she's
Oh,
in
still a smoke
Daredevil.
show. Yeah.
In Daredevil, I'm still like, okay. Like, and yeah, to your point, and to what everyone's point is, it's like you weirdly picked also the worst possible moments in the trailer to be like, they uglified her. I'm just like,
She didn't look great at any point in that trailer. That's
which is fine.
but
Like,
yeah, she's not supposed to look like hot. Yeah, which is
yeah,
it
she's in
fits.
the
Yeah.
afterlife. Yeah, like it's just it's so dumb. And then you got, you talked about people commenting on it.
Right, grift. We gotta grift. We gotta make the rage.
You got fucking Jaffe, this jackass who we've talked about how many times
He is
at this
the
point?
biggest whiny ball bag. So we've covered David Scott Jaffe a lot of times, and of course he had his little thing about how it looks like basically he had a short 1.5 minute clip where he's saying it looks terrible and it will not sell what it needs to sell. And it's like, in a way, I kind of agree, but I know from him it's just coming from a place of like all David Jaffe does is anytime there's a new entry in anything he created, so God of War, Twisted Metal, what have you, anything new without his involvement, he's butthurt and he bashes it. Because he said the same shit about Dad of War 1 and Ragnarok, and fucking those games did gangbusters. So
Yeah. They were significantly better than the original God of War. I love the original God of War. God of War 2. Didn't play 3, but like I I was like all on board with that series. I kind of got bored of it though. The hack and slash genre became a thing, whatever. And then this new God of War, dude, it's undoubtedly such a better game. And Ragnarok was amazing. And yeah, like to your point, he's just butthurt. He's not involved. And to just jump on the bandwagon instead of trying to take the high road of being like, hey, I helped create this universe that sparked all this. He wants to just bitch about it. And it's just fucking weird. Once again, God of War Ragnarok set the tone. Once again, no spoilers. You understand why Kratos may not be in this. We all assume, could he end up somewhere else? Maybe, but there is some story here, right? Like there's something you could tangentially go off. Him bitching about it doesn't really shock us because he's done it enough. I think what does shock us, Jim, is every so often there's some corporate Twitter accounts that decide to jump in on the fun or become little edgelords like they are.
We got to break containment, Brian.
Of all the fucking random tweets that get attention, you got Domino's Pizza UK. So the UK main Domino's page says, "God of War game with no Kratos equals pepperoni passion with no pepperoni." They're taking shots at this, and they seem to jump on it right when everyone was really hating it. And Santa Monica Studios themselves actually responded back to them. They said, "Okay, thanks for the feedback, Domino's Pizza corporate account." And there's already like the Smash JTs of the world who are responding to that. They're like, "You got owned by a pizza company. Oh, time to give up," or whatever. He's like, dude, we've said it before. It was kind of cute back in the day. I think Wendy's was the one that did it the best. The corporate accounts on Twitter who used to like comment.
Yeah.
It's now so fucking corny. Like you're trying to be relevant. Like just sell your fucking pizza. The same way we used to bitch about like Trump and like there's certain things on Twitter. Like number one, does Domino's need a Twitter account? No.
Right. But Brian, where I find out if the 555 deal returns, it'll never return. It's not sustainable. But
I mean, and
not in this economy.
This is Domino's UK, Jim.
Oh, so you got to have like 5 pounds over a lorry, whatever dumb bullshit they use as money.
But like,
just passing frogs back and forth.
Their last couple tweets are pineapple fans, ignore the haters. You're the best. We've sold 802 million pizzas since Arsenal won a European trophy. Then, after doing the God of War tweet, they said, "What happened in 2009?" And their latest is, "Can't believe it's March already." Ha, ha,
Brian,
ha.
You know what they're making me do?
I'm a little racist.
It's happening. They're making it happen, Brian.
I just, and I hate how much attention they got for that fucking tweet because all their other tweets don't do dick, and that God of War tweet garnered them 6.8 million views, 77K likes, 4K comments. Like,
well, they either talk about gaming,
banger of a tweet because
they talk about gaming or Arsenal, and if they don't talk about that, they get no attention. Fucking stupid soccer.
All like one of their fun tweets was Dominos, and they did the Doom cover holding a Domino's box.
That's cute.
Like, this is my point. This is my point, right? Like, you're a fucking pizza place. That I hate that. Get rid of the slop term at this point. That's
it applies.
I hate it.
Did it not apply?
It does apply.
Is it overused? Yes. Right. If it's used correctly, like when I do it, then it's fine.
But I'm so tired of these corporate accounts trying to get cute with it, right? Like,
but they're relatable. They say time to put a cloth sack at the very least, and it's the map from Skyrim that we all have that was on the cloth, and we have.
Listen, you and I have talked many gazillion times about these games that get hate because it's a woman or this or that, and and here's the deal. To be fair, there have been games where it's like, you know what you're doing right now. Certain things were inserted in the games with an agenda put into it. This is to me, a game where that's not the case. I have knowledge about the game, and it's just nerds geeking out. And it just exposes how fucking corny these guys are. So I'm going to get that game. I'm going to play it, and I'm going to be really mad at the Cube the whole fucking time.
That's right, Brian. You take a stand. But speaking of games for you to play, Apparently, you have about 4,000 fucking horror games coming up that you have to play.
Dude, I did not know this was a thing. I only put this here to mention what a lot of comments actually said. So, the Horror Game Awards is a thing that's been going on for a couple years now.
Hey,
And
Bri, real quick.
go on.
Where's the awards? They put awards in the title. There were no awards. It was
There was
just
no
ten
awards.
thousand.
It was
It was just
just a
10,000. You put
fucking
this in the goddamn
showcase.
itinerary, and I'm watching it, and I'm just like, another ad, another ad, another ad, another ad. I'm like, what the fucking awards?
This is what kind of pissed me off. So there's multiple layers of why I put this in here, Jim.
God damn you, IGN!
I saw
Deserve all your
everyone
hate
posting
with your
about it.
with your mixtape tens, you piece of shit.
So I saw everyone posting about this because of my algorithm. Obviously, it's horror games, whatever. And then I type in Horror Game Awards, and there's a website called the Horror Game Awards. But the last one they talk about is 2025 because it is a small group of people that in the video we have linked below. IGN, I guess, has now gotten involved, and they still have them as quote unquote presenters, even though there's like a 10-minute like little video they do throughout the whole video. Yeah, no awards for this. It's just a showcase of a lot of indie horror games and other horror games. As a horror fan and someone who my algorithm is filled with random horror things, this never came across my feed. I never heard a fucking peep about this. That's why I put it here is just like, yo, if you're into horror games, we're not going to even touch on how many games they showcase. Check out the video. I just wanted to put it out there because I'm like, I never heard about this and they started doing it in 2023. So news to fucking me. I just wanted to put it out there that like IGN, next time you hire these people because they were running a show, let them do the actual award part while you also do a million fucking trailers for 2 hours and 43 fucking minutes. So just that was my little rant, Jim.
You already have the one guy there on this Zoom call. Like we do Zoom calls, and
Yeah.
one guy's basically a horrible amalgamation of you and me put together. He's got your gay ass man bun, but he also is like, fat and goofy looking like I am. So
You're
it's like,
talking about Will. Stop disrespecting Will like that.
get rid of the hair. Him
Listen.
and you, get rid of the hair.
But Jim, you can hate on the hair all you want, but does
I
everyone
will.
hate the hair? No,
Yes,
they don't.
yes, literally everyone hates the hair. Yes,
Everyone that isn't a generic size and shape of you, do they hate the hair?
yes, they do. Everyone literally hates the hair.
Everyone
I don't care.
that's-
I don't care how many single moms give you compliments for it. Everyone besides them hates the hair. All right.
Would you say everyone of the opposite gender hates his hair, Jim?
Yes, I will.
No, your wife doesn't count. She's basically male at this point. Take her out of the equation. What other people of that gender do you think hate this hair, Jim?
I don't talk to women, Brian. So
And that's why you hate God of War. There you go. I'm just gonna call you Smash from now on.
no, I don't. I can't afford lawsuits to lose. I'm not enraging enough to get support from people to blow it on other shit.
But you son of a bitch. You know what? I'm gonna try and get these people on here, and we'll yell at you. Me and Will will yell at you about our hair. But
Good, do it.
But like I said, it just took me because I'm seeing a million games presented to me, and they keep talking about these fucking horror game awards, and I was like, we've covered what's that fucking dumbass award from Screw Attack, former Screw Attack,
The real
game awards.
Yeah.
Like I said, as someone who my algorithm should have covered this years ago, to see this now, I'm kind of mad. So now I've been watching through it, and I'm like, cool, games I want to check out. Maybe. I don't know. But I put it in here. Just that was my little rant, Jim. I had to throw it in there. Had to get it out of my system.
Well, Brian, it's so relevant because IGN has 19.8 million subscribers, and this has a cool 26,000 views. So they're pulling numbers like we pull, Brian. They might as well just have us do the hosting.
Maybe we will. Who knows? Maybe we'll get in on there. But speaking of things that come across my algorithm, Jim, I tagged you in
Fucking
this. Maybe we'll do a poll while we're out too many games. See how many people hate my hair.
Maybe we should.
Maybe we should. But Jim, speaking of things on my algorithm, I want to give a shout out to Niche Gamer the amount of games I've discovered because of this account, and they just cover like so many random indie games. And I'm like, that looks cool. That looks cool. One of them, I watched a trailer and I was like, this looks like Ren and Stimpy without even reading the description from him. This one, I will play the video. I'm hoping we don't get tagged with it. But dude, as soon as I saw this animation style, I was like, oh, this has to be the creators of Ren and Stimpy. And the game is called Oh My Doug. It's basically, I don't even know what to say. It's this guy Doug wants
Metroidvania
to get,
Cuphead.
yeah, it's Cuphead, Metroidvania, but you're playing this thing inside the body of this guy Doug who's trying to get in shape. And so this all takes place inside his body. And this took me down a rabbit hole of re-looking up old Ren and Stimpy. I can't believe we watched that shit as kids. Holy fuck.
Pretty
Like,
fucked up show.
it is so fucked up. Like how that passed the sniff test on Nickelodeon, I don't know, but man, is
I
that fucked up.
I will never forget real life. Like, you know, when you have those jokes you watch as a kid and then later on you realize what you just saw. And
Mhm.
there is an episode, I forget, I believe Ren was going through Stimpy's drawer and he found a bunch of corn magazines. And there's a corn on the cob on the cover. And it was in the bottom of one of his drawers. Now, as a, 6-year-old, I'm like, oh, that's weird. And then
You don't
later
even
on,
think about it.
for
Yeah.
some reason, it's burned into your head and you go, wait a second.
Yes. I mean, the classic one is when Ren is basically butt fucking him with a saw as they're like woodcutters.
Yeah.
I rewatched that, took me down a path of rewatching the video for Happy Happy Joy Joy, which that song left my memory. And then as soon as it started,
That
I
left your
knew every
memory? I've
word.
never forgotten that.
Dude. Well, it's one of those things, right? The second I saw I didn't even have to hit play. As soon as I saw it, I was like, I know every word to this. And then rewatching it, I forgot the parts where like Stimpy's on the ground, like shaking his ass, like while he's on his belly. Like how weird that was to see as a kid. I'm like, yeah, this is really fucked up.
And
Um,
even weirder, like, I would have expected something like that more on Cartoon Network at the time. But for Nickelodeon to have that,
yes, which is my point, right? Like,
which also the polar opposite dichotomy of like the three original Nicktoons of being Rugrats, Doug, and Ren and Stimpy, with Doug being the most boring, nothing ever happens show of all goddamn time. Then you have fucking
but
Ren and Stimpy there.
but it did have a great goddamn song.
Yes, we all love the Killer Tofu song. Yes, that's the only thing anyone remembers from that show because that show fucking sucked.
Jim, why you got hate on Doug?
It's terrible.
Jim, why do you hate on it?
Much like my hatred of RPGs. See, I like putting my time to things where stuff happens. In Doug, nothing ever happens.
No,
There's
you
no
don't.
laughs.
You love dumb
There's no
shit.
story.
Like what? You just love dumb shit, like things break, like weapons breaking over and over. And you're like, I like repetitive motion.
I get new weapons, so it's not a problem, Brian. I'm fine. I'm good. More action for me. Oh no, my royal sword broke. Oh, look at this. I picked up a frost sword. Now I freeze guys. Awesome. Upgrade. Go me. Fuck yourself.
Jim, just because you connect him more with Skeeter and Doug always got Patty mayonnaise, don't
He
don't
didn't
be
get
hating.
fucking. He didn't get shit. He was
He
fucking
got
in the
Patty
cuck chair.
mayonnaise all day.
Cuck chair.
But yeah, no, actually you calling this Cuphead, that's where my mind went, is like Cuphead walked, so games like this could run. And we are seeing a lot of these animation first, I'll call them. Like the game may play great, but like what was that the Mouse Detective PI game in black and white?
That just came out. Yeah, it was like Mouse PI or something like that.
Yeah. Like I'm so for that. I can't even explain like that animation style. Like, dude, keep doing that. Like, keep putting out games. Cuphead was proof of concept. Do it for this. Do it for other. I'm
Cockhead.
trying to think. Yeah, like what's another super stylized cartoon we watched as a kid that you could do in a style?
I mean, really, I forget the production company that made it, but like whoever did like RoccoW and shit like that, like that was a very unique kind of like,
Yeah.
Dutch angle, all the hard everything, like wackiness. Maybe
Just
they did
do-
Ren and Stimpy
go-
as well, but I forget.
Do,
Maybe it was more
do the
tame.
hard 80s like He-Man,
Klusky? Was it Klusky something or other? Yeah.
the Ninja Turtles. Yeah, I looked it up earlier. I forget his name, but like, dude, that style sticks out. Just like the Oh, what's the artist's name that was like it's a giant monsters on like big wheels, like all the teeth and the giant wheels next to them. Very famous style back in the day. It would be like a giant monster sitting on a four wheel. Fuck, what was it called? Giant. Hmm, I can't think of it. I'll probably think of it by the time we're done. But no, I saw this and like I said, niche gamer. If you're not following them, they point out just they just throw out so many games. Some of them are more popular, but there's a lot of like obscure titles I never hear about from anyone else. And I go, oh, cool. So comes across my algorithm, helps me out
You know what,
finding
Brian?
these
Make
games.
it a new little segment that we can hopefully do in the future. The indie
Yeah,
spotlight.
I like that. Yeah, good job, Jim. See,
There we go. See,
so
producer work, baby.
sometimes you might not have good music taste, but you have good pick with your bacon pies.
Don't you fucking dare.
But Jim, let's close out on. Oh, I don't even know if it's going to be a high note because I have concerns about this. We've talked about it before. Streets of Rage is getting a movie. Is it past its prime? Sure. Will it have a fan base? Maybe, because the ones that love this series really just remember the soundtrack more than the game, I think, at this point. But,
How dare you? Perfect games.
but, you know, this game has been, or this movie, I should say, has been in development for a little bit while, but they've added two new writers.
Brian, would
Um,
you say
It's been a while.
it actually has been a while, Jim, because they've gotten rid of a previous writer and they've added Pat Casey and Josh Miller, who were writers for Sonic the Hedgehog, and it's Lionsgate. You got these writers from Sonic. So you and I talked about this, but I don't remember it. Here's my fear, right? Like, so you can't go too serious with a movie about Streets of Rage, but you
and not
also,
with this director crew too?
that's my point. So it's like, how goofy does Goofy become where it's like, you got to lean heavy one way or the other, right? Like, I don't know where they're going to go, and I'm very afraid this is just going to be such a shit show, and it's going to be a CGI shit show, is my fear, where it's like, you don't need to do that. Keep it very realistic. Like, other than honestly the robots, well, I'm also thinking Streets of Rage 2. Like, I don't even know, are they going to go straight Streets of Rage 1 with this? Are they going
I
to
would I would
intermingle all of them?
I would
I don't know
hope they
what they're.
keep it simple. I would hope they keep it simple and just keep the Streets of Rage one.
Do you want that, or do you just want them to jump to Streets of Rage 2?
I pardon me. I think to start a film franchise, I think keeping it simple would probably be the best bet.
Here's my
Like
question. Does
these
it
are
need a
guys who have made
franchise?
they're going to try for it anyway. Guaranteed the end of the movie will not have a definite ending. Or there's going to be like, the secret little teaser at the end of the credits that, teases another sequel and shit like that.
Well, that's my point, right? Like, so, like Mortal Kombat 1, I'm talking about 90s, that clearly had an idea. And then um the second movie kind of threw a lot of shit at it, right? I think they knew they weren't going to do anything. And that movie's a mess, but it was like fan service, right? Like you just wanted to see certain characters thrown in there. If you're gonna get one shot at a Streets of Rage movie, which let's be honest, unless it somehow is a banger, you're probably gonna get one shot. Would you rather them just mix in one and two? Skip three. I don't care what you feel about three. You don't need three at all. Do Mr. X. You can have Adam in there. Maybe like kind of tie the first part of the movie with him being kidnapped. And I don't know. Like I don't know how you take this movie. But like I said, I'm saying I want to do whatever it takes for you to avoid just a CGI shit show. And two, the only part I would say CGI would be potentially needed is like the robot parts.
The
Everything
robots, and then
else,
like the guy in the jetpack or the Blanca looking guy with the big fucking claw.
oh yeah, yeah. Ugh.
A lot of those bosses can be a little sketch.
So is this so knowing that regardless if you do one or two, do you have to spend the time at the beginning of this movie? You establish each character, or do you just start with all of them together and you're just like, oh, cool. Like we kind of do they does the director assume you know who these people are and they can kind of get to the action, or do they gotta spend the time to build them?
I would be perfectly fine with a little 5 minute prologue narrated by the characters talking about what's going on in the city, and you just get into it and you learn the characters' personalities through the course of the movie.
Yeah, because in the first game, I forget who's the final boss again.
It's Mr. X.
It's the same for 1 and 2.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, he's in a robot body,
He's the
and then
same.
4, it's his
Okay.
kids. Yeah.
So yeah, so that's why I'm saying, like, I feel like there is room. Maybe, like I said, the very beginning of the movie is Adam gets kidnapped. And then the characters are pretty much the same. You just add in Skate and Max, and they got to go save Adam. And then it's a whole big, like, they rescue him, but then they all have to fight together with Mr. X. I don't know. I'm trying to think, like, what could they do? What I don't want, though, don't get fucking original with it. Use that basic concept of escape from LA-esque world where gangs have taken over, like warrior style. They've taken over the streets. You got this group working together, trying to get to Mr. X. Don't create something else. Whatever you do, don't try to make it fucking relevant for current times. Just stick to the fucking story, please. That's all.
Brian, I think this movie needs James Marsden. That's what I think it needs. I think it's the golden ticket.
He could be Axel. That's fine.
It would be a fine Axel.
Actually, that's a good question.
He could be Adam.
Who is
Little shoe polish wouldn't hurt anybody.
damn it? Who who would you want to be Axel? Who's an Axel?
Actually, James Marsden would not be a bad Axel if he just dyed his hair. I mean, I guess you could do like
He's a bit old. You probably need someone
yeah.
a little bit younger.
a little bit younger. Yeah. I mean, who is even around anymore? Like Chris Hemsworth, maybe? He's blonde, in good shape. He could probably be fine.
I still feel like he's too old.
But like you have to like pull like the fucking Stranger Things kids then. Like we either have the Stranger Things kids or like everyone who was like big 10 years ago. There's like no in between.
I'm trying to think, like, you need
COVID killed a
someone.
10-year gap of movies for fucking movie stars.
Yeah.
Look, we all know they're gonna make fucking Zendaya be fucking Blaze anyway. So
Dude, I'm so tired of her. She is so annoying. But actually, well, that's my fear, right? Also, to avoid controversy,
big
Don't-
Euphoria reunion.
don't do that, right? Like, don't
Right,
start
right,
race swapping
right,
all the
right.
characters.
Right. Jack Quaid for Axel. There we go. Bring it
You
full
know what?
circle.
They probably fucking would. Nothing would shock me anymore.
Michael B. Jordan for Adam.
That actually wouldn't be a bad pick.
That's not a bad pick.
He would be a very unironically good Adam. Skate would be interesting.
If they bring him in, they'll probably be at the very
How
end.
old is Skate supposed to be?
I mean, he was like what, 12 or 13 in fucking 2,
Okay,
something
so
like
you
that.
really, I was gonna say you could do the kid from Stranger Things who may be doing Miles Morales, but he's too old. If it's 11 or 12, you need someone much younger. Max was the tough one, right? Like, who is a giant? They're gonna do the fucking Rock. If they could afford it, they would do
God,
it.
it would be
But
the
they
fucking
can't
Rock.
afford him, so you know it's not gonna be the Rock. So like, I don't even know a dude who could be that big to be the fucking Max.
They'd have to pull from pro wrestling somewhere. It would be like Brian Cage or something to be Max. He's a
Just give
roid freak.
Just give Ryback or pull Lesnar. Just give well, he'd have
Just
to
give-
shave.
You'd have to shave. You got to do all the makeup every day to cover up the fucking tattoos.
I mean, you're also gonna need a wrestler for that Ultimate Warrior character and too.
That is true. Yeah. It'll be like the Street Fighter movie. Half of it will be wrestlers.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh, God. It's going to be fucking Cody Rhodes as Axel.
oh, you're probably oh fuck. That's actually unfortunately, yeah.
Take it all away. You take it all away.
So what do you
Take
want to
my
see?
freedom.
You and I obviously we've loved Streets of Rage for so long. What compared to another movie, what tone do you want this movie to have? How serious? right? Like because
Uh,
you need good action. Do you go like I said? Do you go like an Escape from L.A. / Warriors type dark tone, or do you go Double Dragon from the '90s tone where it's
it,
completely
it, it,
goofy but there's
it,
action?
it's got to be one or the other. There's gonna be no happy in between. It's either
Yeah,
got to be the most serious movie ever, or it's gonna be a complete goofy shit show. Which I mean, if you do it well, it's fine. Because like I like the Sonic movies. Like they're good. They're a fun
yeah.
watch. But obviously, Streets of Wage, fucking Elmer
Wage.
Fudd, make him Axel. It's a way different universe. So like, because like if you make it goofy, then like the fucking like the Rizzler is gonna be Skate or something. Like they're gonna put all the pop culture references in and shit like that. So it's like
Yeah.
it's gonna be like you either have to nail the comedy and make it accessible, or you just make a serious, dark action movie with corrupt cop or cops trying to save a corrupt city.
Oh
I don't know what
God.
you do.
You just. I know he's way too old, but they're gonna make I Show Speed skate.
You know what? He's athletic enough to do it. you could
I
have
mean,
him
he's
be Streets of
athletic
Rage 3
enough.
skate.
That's my
Yeah.
point.
I mean that guy's a kind of
It's
an athletic
I don't know.
freak.
I mean, let's put it this way. I'm looking over Lionsgate's movies. They're pretty fucking serious. The only thing that gives me hope is they did. I didn't realize. I forgot they did Expendables. That
Oh, that was fun.
that feels like where the action was serious, but the movie was kind of goofy. So take it that way. Do Expendable style for this movie. Actually, that's the tone I want. Goofy action first, throw in dumb quips, but just focus on the action, choreograph the shit out of it. Fine.
Yeah. They'd be like, damn, who do you have to be Mr. X?
You need a big imposing dude.
I mean, camera angles, you can do anything. So
Yeah, but you don't fuck it up like Street Fighter and do that asshole who's M. Bison. That dude's great as being a creep and in horror movies, but for him to be M. Bison is a fucking joke. Like, I'm sorry. He was Polka Dot Man. Don't pick a shithead like that. Get someone who's actually imposing.
Paul Giamatti.
Damn it, Jim. That's the opposite of what I'm saying.
He's due. He's great. Have you seen American
Jack,
Splendor? He was awesome in that.
Jack Quaid. Come on. What are you talking about?
Man of multi talents. Have him in everything. He's a fucking cube. He can be multiple characters.
Yeah, I just I don't know, Jim. I feel like we are kind of spoiled with video game movies getting better, but I think something like this is obscure enough where we know hardcore gamers love it. Oh, what kind of numbers do you think a movie like this sells? Outside of
Unless
our
it,
demographic, like anyone
no,
knows
I
Streets of
mean,
Rage?
here's my prediction. So my first prediction is going to be the movie's never going to come out. It's probably going to have all this kind of meddling from Sega, and they're not going to be able to agree on what the movie should be. So I don't think it ever gets really made. But if it does, I think it's probably going to be a bomb because it's again going to be like fighting itself. I just don't see how you do it unless you have like a miracle director and writer come in. I like someone with a vision and they just let them have their vision, which I don't think Sega will do. I don't know how it happens.
I want it to come out. I'm just gonna say that. And here's the deal, you motherfuckers. If you make this movie, figure out the rights, give me clean remade versions of the soundtrack from two.
You fucking
Do
pay
not,
Yuzo Koshiro. You bring him
yeah,
in. You
do
fucking
what
bring
you
him
gotta
in.
do. You fucking figure it out.
But
And
Bry, aren't you ready to have like a quick cut to and hear Highway to Hell and then another quick cut and hear like Led
no,
Zeppelin or something, the
I
immigrant
don't.
song?
You know what? Throw in one
Another,
or two random pop songs. Also,
no,
here's a
no,
question.
another
Do
quick
they
cut. It's Sabrina Carpenter when fucking Axel's getting ready or Adam just for that funny. Haha, this is a dichotomy here.
well, here's a question, Jim. Do they have to stylize it as 90s or 80s?
Ooh,
Or
that's
do
a good
they make it
question.
contemporary and once again do it like as in today this is or do they try and once I keep throwing it out there, but like Escape from LA or New York, do you do futuristic but really it's stylized like whatever, like those games, you could just say, be like, yeah, it's happening in the 90s in an alt universe.
In 19XX. But
Yeah,
Brian, I mean, I think it has to be modern day because I think what Streets of Rage really needs is Benson Boone in the soundtrack.
that's the type of shit I'm afraid of, Jim. That's what I. That's what they're
Can
going
you
to spend their money on is dumb
can
shit
you,
like that.
can you tell I'm a little jaded?
Jim, you're just a little jaded.
Just a little bit, slightly pessimistic on things here and there. I try to be an
Jim's like
optimist.
Jim hates. He's like, don't you dare use a popular song in my movies. Don't you dare.
You know
No
what?
matter how well it fits, you're like, don't you dare.
You know what? Whenever we get around to our Super Mario Galaxy review, I have a little bit of a hot take in there about the music and the change.
Interesting. Okay. All
That's a
right.
little preview for whenever the fuck we get around to doing that because we're both old and tired.
But
Won't be
Chambers,
tonight. That's when we're not doing it.
speaking about getting around to it, I know when we took a little break, you moved off the chocolate elf. How did that treat you? How'd you like it?
Oh, it's goddamn delicious. It's not a bad word I can even think to say about it. It's smooth, flavorful, gives you exactly what you expect. And yeah, if you're a person who thinks Mad Elf's a little too intense, especially for a holiday beer, that's a great alternative.
Yeah, what'd you move on to?
Coronas. I was gifted a random pack of Coronas, and I'm just like, all right, well, this will be my cheap beer until I finish these off. So
And you're doing it without the lime?
without the lime,
Woo, you're brave.
yeah,
Um,
the lime doesn't increase the pleasure that much. So it's not worth the effort.
does if you do it right. You don't even know the finger technique.
I know the fucking finger technique.
You're
Born in
terrible
the finger
at it.
technique.
You were too busy with hero clicks to know the finger technique.
Don't you goddamn dare. Fucking
Teach you about my hair.
don't you. Yeah, I will teach you about your fucking hair. You were doing a finger technique before that goddamn hair came in.
Doing
You
it
fucking
sense,
lost your
too,
fast.
son of
You
a
lost
bitch.
your fucking fastball with that stupid ass haircut. That's what happened there.
Or did I get better? You tell me.
No,
Well,
nothing
you know
got
what?
better with that hair.
You know what? We'll let the people decide.
Who are the people? Don't you fucking dare.
So I finished off my
I
second. I
love
did
the
2
bird.
Dirt Wolf, and then I moved on to a Jim, good old
Ooh.
Coors Light. So, oh god, what a downgrade! Going from Dirt Wolf to Coors Light, it's rough, Jim. If I had just stuck to this, fine. But
Right.
man, the drop was, whew. There was a difference. I haven't had a Coors Light in a minute, and it was, yeah.
I think the Coronas weren't as bad either because my mouth was so caked in like sugary flavor from that chocolate elf
Yeah.
that like it already had the sweetness and didn't need even the lime at that point.
Jim, I still can't wait for us to do our little blind taste test of all the macro beers because I have a bunch of them, but we're gonna get a bunch of singles. We're gonna get together.
Did you
And
find the Schlitz? Did we find any Schlitz?
I have not yet, and I'm still looking. So if you find it, make sure you grab it because we need it for history, Jim, for
We do.
preservation.
Gotta eBay some fucking Schlitz over here.
But with that, guys, we want to say thank you all so much for listening and watching. Please make sure if you're watching on YouTube, leave us a comment, hit the notification bell, subscribe. We always truly appreciate that. And if you're listening on Podbean, iTunes, or Spotify, if you give us a 5-star rating, we'll read it on each and every one of these Power Hour podcasts. With that, we want to say have a good night, everyone, and cheers.
Cheers, everybody.